Welcome to the Short Score, the Team Roping Journal's weekly updates from the team roping world, including from Pro Rodeo, major jackpots, USTRC, and World Series of Team Roping qualifiers, and more, with hosts Chelsea Shaffer
and Kaitlin Gustave.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Short Score, the Team Roping Journal's news podcast that comes out weekly. This is Chelsea Shaffer.
And Kaitlin Gustave.
And we've got some news.
Big news.
Big news?
Kind of big news.
I mean, it's great news.
Yeah.
Lots of great news. We've got lots of great news, actually. So, first and foremost, on this episode, you're going to get to hear from Adam Rose here in a little bit. Adam Rose and Jed Hillman just won Fort Worth. We couldn't be more excited for Adam Rose because he's just kind of been chipping away at him for a long time. And Jed Hillman hasn't really been rodeoing, so it was cool to see those guys kick butt at one of these cool old rodeos. So we will let that happen here in a little bit. But first, we want to give you kind of the rundown of everything else that's going on in the sport of team roping. So you just told me you were looking at the standings, Kaitlin. Mm-hmm. What happened in the standings?
Chad Masters and Joseph Harrison's moved their way up to first.
Yeah, we've been talking about Clay Smith and Jake Long, rightly so, for a while now because they've been kind of beating up the rest of the teams. But Chad and Joseph kind of just slipped in there.
Just winning here and there, placing in rounds.
Yeah. They have been so steady, so that's awesome to see Chad and Joseph number one. Hopefully we can chat with them at some point because we haven't had an episode with either of those two. Glad to see that happening. San Angelo ends this weekend coming up, and in the meantime we got to say that Clay Smith and Jake Long are absolutely winning San Angelo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's getting interesting.
7-1 on 2,
Yeah.
7-1 on 2.
7-1 on 2.
Yeah, I was questioning myself because that's like a regular time I would rope, but on 1.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 7-1 on 2, that's nuts.
Yeah, so they're doing decent down there at San Angelo. San Antonio is going on. We've got a couple weeks left of San Antonio. Paul David Tierney and Tanner Braden, they won their first set. Luke Brown and Paul Leaves and the Miners and Garrett Tanazi and Dustin Davis all made it out of the first set. The second set isn't over yet. Tyler Wade and Billy Jack Sabins won the first round of the first set, or the second set, excuse me. Spencer Mitchell and Cody Dosher won the second round of the second set. Spencer Mitchell and Cody Dosher, they're a new team. You can listen to Spencer talk about that on episode 1 of The Score, our longer version podcast. So those are kind of the highlights from the pro rodeo world. Moving on into other realms, the American Cowboy 10, the payout is now over $700,000. $709,000, Denny says. So that's super exciting. They've had just about all of the matches to kind of whittle the teams down that are going to go to the NRS, kind of the playoffs there in Texas. So that's exciting. Can't wait to see that. Glad you're going to go, Kaitlin.
It's going to be exciting.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be very fun. And then in other news, the Timed Event Championships, the Cinch Timed Event Championships, are coming up in a couple weeks. The week after you go to Arlington, I'm going to go to Guthrie to go watch the timed event. And I heard there was a change in contestants. Daniel Green is bowing out this year. He's got some family stuff going on. So Trell Etbauer, so I don't know where I'm going to try to get a hold of Trell this week and do a story about this roan horse that he's ridden at the timed event every year. It's this super sweet horse. He heads on it, heels on it, bulldogs on it.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a stud, and it's this little short, stocky roan stud that's super cool. So I don't know if that horse is going to be back. We're going to find that out though, because that is a really fun horse, and I can't wait to talk about it. So don't forget to get your tickets for the timed event. I want to see everybody there with us. It's such a cool event. There's absolutely nothing else like the timed event. Plus, there's the Junior Ironman that's going to happen too. And so if you are kind of looking for things to do in March, the weather might be crappy wherever you are, it's going to be awesome at the Lazy E. There's truck wagon food. There's so much going on. We can't wait to see you there. All right. Now, before we go, like I said, I have got Adam Rose for you to listen to. He's going to talk about him and Jeff Hillman's partnership and what this win meant for his career. There's so much cool stuff in this interview. I can't wait for you to listen to it. Thanks, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, Adam. It's Chelsea. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
I am great. I'm excited for you. I was so happy to see you win.
I was too.
That was a lot of fun, huh?
Yeah, it was great.
Good deal. Where does that rank on your list of big wins? Where does that fall?
Man, that's gotta be one of the top ones right there. I mean, Fort Worth's such an iconic rodeo. I mean, just been around forever. It's pretty cool to win it.
And those buckles are sweet too. You get to wear one of those.
They are sweet. My wife. Yesterday, she's like, "You're gonna wear it?" And I'm like, "Absolutely gonna wear it."
Yeah, it's like a good working buckle because it's so little and
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, so tell me about it now. First steer, second steer. Give me the kind of the rundown. First steer, second steer, third steer.
Okay, first steer. This story almost told me they're littler. They were supposed to be a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And our first steer wasn't as huge, and I got a pretty good start, and just completed the pattern on the first one. Jet had bought that heel horse that day. Got her at 2:00 that afternoon. That was the first place he'd ever rode her.
What? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So we tried her. He tried her. We were in Odessa. We ran 7 or 8 steers that day, and so he picked her up at 2:00 the day before the first steer over there at Fort Worth. So that was our first rodeo run on her. And then our second steer. Our second steer was good. I didn't think he was just great, but I thought he was a good steer. Blake Sherrod running the first time. He'd been a little bit to the right, but he was a smaller steer, kind of another one I picked. Mm-hmm. And I got a great start, maybe a little bit nervous. I thought I might have left a little early. Got a great start, and Jet heeled him super fast. And then our third steer.
You went in. You were second callback? What?
Second callback,
Second callback,
we were
okay.
high team back. Mm-hmm. And our third steer was actually a steer that came out of our set. It was a steer that paced free to run in our set. And I thought that steer was stronger. They were 8-1 and 5 flat on him in our set. I thought the steer was a little bit stronger. And when we went, I would just make sure we just completed the pattern and just see how it turned out. We're going to try not to beat ourselves. Mm-hmm. It all worked out.
Now, what head horse are you riding these days?
I'm still riding Alice.
You are?
I'm riding for 11 years.
Alice the Gelding.
Alice the Gelding.
Alice the Gelding.
He's 16 this year, and I think is as good or better than he's ever been.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
That's awesome. Is he? What is so great about Alice? We've talked about Alice a lot before.
Man, he just tries so hard. He is full contact every time. I mean, he's never not given 110%. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
So, and as he got older, he's got easier to deal with. He don't get nervous and stuff. Mm-hmm. So he's got easier to deal with. And he's still just amazing. And
Jet, what horse did Jet buy?
He bought a gray mare from Bobby Boyd.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, so he's got a good horse now, and the mare can really run and finishes good. So
are you guys staying hooked all year? What's the plan?
Well, my plan is my wife is doing great. She's like third in the world standings.
Your wife's barrel horse is so cool. Oh my gosh.
She's doing good. And actually up there the other night when we run in the short round, she started at San Antonio in that set. So she was up at San Antonio Saturday night, and I was up in the short round at Fort Worth. And we have our kids with us, and our 2 little kids are 2 and 4. So we got up Saturday morning, and I went to the rental car place and rented a car and moved the car seats into the rental car. And me and the kids just hung out all day at Fort Worth waiting on the short rounds, hung out with some friends of mine, and they watched them during the short round for me. And when we got through the short round, I loaded the kids in the rental car in their car seats and drove down to San Antonio to where my wife was at with the truck and trailer.
Well, that's that's superhero status if, about talking about your wife, because I'm a new mom, and, running barrels with a 2-year-old is hard enough, let alone a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and, your wife's a superhero.
She is awesome. She's placed in both rounds down here at San Antonio, and she's doing great.
Did you guys get into some of the winter? So are you into San Antonio or?
Yeah, Jet did not get in, but I did. I go the 17th and 18th down here. I go at the end.
Who are you gonna rope with?
Wes Bronson.
Okay, that'll be cool.
From Mississippi. Mm-hmm. So I rope with down here. But me and Jet, we go to San Angelo. We haven't been to San Angelo yet, so we go there the 13th and the 14th.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. And so the kids, are they going to be with you guys all summer? What's the plan when things are like over the 4th of July? I mean, I know it's early, but.
We leave them at home some, but not very often. We don't like being away from them. 3 or 4 days away from them is all we can usually handle. So, yeah, they go with us all the time. It's just, last summer I did rodeo for about 3 weeks because she was doing good over the 4th and just the logistics of it. She was doing good and had a good chance. So I just stepped back and did dinner for 3 weeks and just drove her around and watched the kids and let her do her thing. And so I don't know if we both keep doing really good. We're going to have to, hire a nanny or do something.
Yeah. Now, you guys have been so close so many years. Tell me about what's this grind been like? How many years have you been on the road?
3 or 4 times I've been close. And, I don't know. A couple of years ago, I was real close. And it took a little bit out of me, and it's taken me. It was kind of good to step back for a year or so. Kind of get the drive about it again, and her doing good has helped me a lot. Like she's doing good, so it's fun for me to take my wife and see her do good. So that's kind of motivated me a little bit more to do good.
I love that. That gives me chills. You saying that? That's so cool. That is so cool. What did you do when you took a step back for a few years? What were you doing?
I guess I still rodeoed, but I just circuit rodeoed and stayed around the house and just. I still win a little bit, but just didn't have that killer look in my eye about wanting to go everywhere.
Yeah. Now, and Jet, has Jet been rodeoing?
No, he rodeoed a little bit last year. Had some horses a little bit green and rodeoed, and did good. But I mean, Jet's been super close 2 or 3 times, maybe a little more than that. So we've known each other a long time, and we'd always kind of jackpotted together. And we went to a few things. So Coleman Proctor had that NFR Open last fall, before the finals, and me and Jet roped together there, and did good. And was kind of visited about it and thought we'd try it and see how it worked. Our run's good. Jet throws fast and lets me set it up and let him take all the risk and catch him fast.
Well, it's awesome you have that super cool horse that you can just use.
Yeah. My wife's barrel horse is amazing to head on to. I don't get to ride him, but I mean he's probably just as good, if not better, than my horse.
Really? So if you needed to, if like the situation occurred where something happened, could that horse theoretically run barrels and rope at the same rodeo, or are you off limits?
We did that. We do that 3 or 4 times a year. We'll just take 2 saddles up there, and I'll head on him, and she'll run barrels both.
That's awesome.
San Antonio, the first set down here, we're real slow, and if we get down to the semifinals and do good down here, and the steers get slow, I would. We already talked about it. I'll ride him. We both might ride him at San Antonio in one of the sets. And
is that you call that horse the Real Deal? Her barrel horse.
Real Deal.
Real Deal.
That's his registered name. Our Murata's Real Deal.
And how is Real Deal bred?
He is by son of Murata's Money Talks. That actually my dad owns a horse called Lover Boy Murata. And then the mare he's out of is a Zampar Bar High Rolling Roni bred mare, kind of a ranch bred mare. My dad raised that horse.
Yeah, I thought that was the case.
My dad's breeding program. And we have a bunch of half brothers and 3/4 brothers to him that we have around there for young horses. So we might have another one.
Do you have that horse's papers handy? Can you send me a copy of his papers?
Yeah, she has it. I can send you a copy of it.
Absolutely, that'll be fun. I think people would be interested in seeing that for sure, the papers, and seeing how that horse is bred. Well, very cool. Thank you so much for letting me just bombard you with a phone call first thing on Monday morning. I love it, Adam.
We're just hanging out in the trailer with the kids watching Daniel Tigers this morning.
I totally can relate. I love it, and I hope we have a lot more phone calls like this throughout the year.
I do too.
Thanks so much, Adam.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Kaitlin, thanks for getting the news together for us.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
All right, everybody. Have a great week. we look forward to talking to you here next week. And then the next episode of The Score, which comes out in 2 weeks, is with Drew Horner.
Yes.
So I can't wait for y'all to listen to that. He's one of my favorite guys that's been kind of ducked off the rodeo trail. So looking forward to y'all listening to that. And then, but before that, you've got to make sure you listen to the Caesar de la Cruz episode that we just released last Thursday. It's a must listen, and I hope you all enjoy it just as much as we did. Thanks, everybody.